Happy day students, grade 9, Computer Science Chapter 1, Introduction to Artificial Intelligence. Yes, most of you would have heard about artificial intelligence, right? Yes, tell me what you have heard about artificial intelligence. Yes, it is useful for remote home controlling. Very good. Now let's see what are the topics we are going to cover in this chapter. Artificial intelligence, this we'll have an introduction, then the subcategories of artificial intelligence, advantages and disadvantages. So as an introductory part, we can say artificial intelligence is an approach to make a computer, a robot or a product to think how smart humans think. Just like if we have an issue, we think over the problem to solve a problem. Similarly, we are training a computer to think like us. Yeah. Now the subcategories of artificial intelligence: narrow, general and artificial super intelligence. So when it comes to your textbook, it will be narrow, general and strong. Yeah. So before proceeding further, let's see an interesting video on artificial intelligence which will be an eye-opener for you.
Okay, now let's go through the contents of this video. First, I will explain what is artificial intelligence, a brief introduction. Then I will explain the levels of AI, and then we will see the various applications of AI, such as in smartphones, and AI in smart cars, AI in UAVs or drones, and then artificial intelligence in social media, and then AI in media streaming services, and then AI in video games. And we will see the artificial intelligence in the online advertisement networks. And so now let's see what is artificial intelligence. Actually, it's a branch of computer science, which is it's a science of making machines do things that would require intelligence if done by man, as said by Levinsky. And it is exciting the deep efforts to make computers think, as said by Auckland. And it is the study of the computations that make it possible to perceive, reason and act, as said by Winston. And then it's a study of how to do things which at the moment people do better, by Richmond. The term artificial intelligence was first coined in 1956 by John McCarthy at MIT. Now let us see the various levels of artificial intelligence. The first level of AI is known as the narrow AI, and an artificial intelligence is said to be the narrow when the machine can perform a specific task better than a human. Then the current research of whole AI is here right now. And the next level is general AI. So an artificial intelligence reaches the general state when it can perform any intellectual task with the same accuracy level as a human would. So that means when the computer will reach to the same accuracy level as a human, then we will call it as a general AI. And the last one is a strong AI. That means an AI is strong when it can beat humans in many things. So obviously the second level and the third level are far away from the reality. The most of the AI, current state of the AI is this category, that is the narrow AI. So let's see what time will come when we reach to the second or the third stage. Now let's see the various applications of AI. So the first device is the smartphone. I'm checking and we will see that how AI is working in the smartphones. So when we are using the smartphone, we are interacting with artificial intelligence, whether we know it or not. Let's see how. So we have various built-in smart assistants available in the smartphone. For example, Google's voice assistant. So I think you have used it. So when you say "Okay Google" or "Hello Google," it wakes up and it asks you to "How can I help?" as you can see in this image. Then you can start interaction with this voice assistant. You can ask ask it to call a particular person. You can ask it to fix a meeting. You can ask this voice assistant to find a place on a Google map. You can ask it to play particular music, etc. So lots of things you can do with this voice assistant. So similar voice assistants are also found in various other smartphones, and they are developed by various other companies such as Apple. So Apple has developed Siri. There is another smart assistant, Bixby by Samsung, and Zhao AI by Xiaomi, and such as you can ask. So the one thing is when we take portrait mode with a single lens, then AI plays its role. Generally, you find a two-camera setup in mobile phones for taking such portrait mode. Portrait mode actually means human face is highlighted while the background is blurred, as you can see in this photo. So in two-camera setup, actually one camera is the main camera, while other camera is used for depth. So such photographs can be captured with these two camera setup. But what happens if there is only a single camera? Still, you have seen that various phones are able to capture these portrait mode photos with a single camera. So this is done actually with the help of AI, where artificial intelligence actually locate the human face, and then it identifies edges, and then it blur all the non-faces objects like this. So here AI is playing its role. And the second thing is the camera setting optimizations based on the scene. So this is extensively being used by the mobile phones right now. You can see that generally various mobile companies advertise their phone with the that they have the camera with the AI. The AI camera on the phone. So this is what they actually mean. Generally, based on the scene, the camera setting is optimized. If you are taking a photograph of food, or photograph of a room, or photograph of a flower, or a photograph of some natural scene, so based on the contents of that scene, the camera settings are automatically adjusted by the artificial intelligence, so we can get the best photograph from these settings.
So students, yes, it indeed was a very eye-opener of artificial intelligence. Now let's see the advantages of and disadvantages of artificial intelligence. So what are the advantages of artificial intelligence? Can you list a few? Yes, it cuts down time. Very true. Anything else? Yeah, 24/7 it can work. Next, anything else? Yeah, complex tasks can be minimized. Very good. So now moving on to the disadvantages. Main disadvantage, let me tell you, like being a teacher, I can use artificial intelligence to assist my works like paper correction or note preparation, but it cannot replace me. Yes, so definitely it cannot replace a human being. We are training a computer to work on our behalf, but it cannot replace us. Does not improve with experience. We human beings, if suppose you have a hot plate somewhere, you're touching on it. Next time when you see a hot plate, you will remember that last time you had blisters. But it's not the case for artificial intelligence. Lack of creativity and risk of unemployment. Like if AI comes replacing our work, then what is the use of a human being? Risk of unemployment is high. So these were the topics that are discussed in this chapter. I hope the topic is clear. Thank you students. Have a nice day.